Hello and welcome back to the Elsie McClure version. Today we are in Revelation 17. Quick backlog. We were just going through the third woe, which was, there's a lot of them. We have the 7 trumpets and then the 3 woes, right? Wait a second. This is the hardest part about it, is keeping this part straight. Okay. So we have the 7 churches, 7 lampstands. Then we have the 7 seals. And then that's what it is. The 7th seal turns into the 7 trumpets. So then we have the 7 trumpets. And the last 3 trumpets are 3 woes. So then we got to the third woe, and at the end of the third woe, Christians are taken, unbelievers are taken, unbelievers are thrown into the bowl of wrath. The bowl of wrath then has 7 bowls of wrath poured on it. So those are the 7 angels with the 7 plagues, okay? And now we just had the 7th bowl done. And we are on the ending of Revelation. I think this is the last 5 chapters, okay? So let's just jump into verse 1, chapter 17. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and said to me. So one of the angels that just went with the 7 bowls is coming and talking. Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, and with the wine of whose sexual immorality the dwellers on earth have become drunk. I don't know what that means, but it's weird. Okay. And he carried me away in the spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was full of blasphemous names, and it had 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, so this reminds us of, the first beast. Okay, so Satan gives his power to the first beast, which has the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Okay, yeah? You tracking? The woman was arrayed, verse 4, in purple and scarlet, which are colors of royalty back then, and adorned with gold and jewels and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities of her sexual immorality. And on her forehead was written a name of mystery: Babylon, the great mother of prostitutes and of earth's abominations. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. So, context. We have the martyrs all underneath the throne room. Remember, that was like the 5th seal, or the 3rd seal. It was one of the seals. And then we have the first and the 2nd beast to wipe out a bunch of Christians, okay? And now it's saying that she's drunk on the blood of the saints and martyrs of Jesus. When I saw her, I marveled greatly. But the angel said to me, why do you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns that carries her. The beast that you saw was, and is not, and is about to rise from the bottomless pit and go to destruction. Now the bottomless pit, the king of the bottomless pit is Abdon, or Absalom, I think. Or the names, right? And go to destruction. And the dwellers on earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, will marvel to see the beast, because it was and is not and is to come. Now that's very different than what Jesus is, right? Jesus was and is to come. But he was and is not and is to come. Kind of confusing. This calls for a mind of wisdom. Okay, this is the 2nd time it said something like this, right? The first time was over here. This calls for wisdom. Chapter 13, verse 18. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. For it's the number of a man, and his number is 666. So this is in the same realm as the first beast. And this is talking about the second beast. So this also has to do with writing on their forehead, right? Because you belong to somebody, whether it's Christ's seal or it's Satan's seal, okay? This calls for a mind of wisdom, with wisdom. Verse 9. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. There are also 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. 1 is, the other has yet to come. And when he does come, he must remain only a little while. As for the beast that was and is not, it is an 8th, but it belongs to the 7. And it goes to destruction. Okay, so this calls for a mind of wisdom. I'm not there yet. I'm going to be honest. What he's talking about right now don't make no sense. I am not at the point of wisdom that this is making sense. To me, it sounds like a riddle. But we read it anyway, and we ask the Lord to give us wisdom. So, Lord, please give us wisdom. Okay. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. Okay, so 7 mountains. There are also 7 kings. So the woman is seated or in 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen, so they've passed away, I'm assuming. 1 is current, and the other has yet come. So the 1 was 2,000 years old, so who knows? 1 has yet come. And when he does come, he must only remain only a little while. As for the beast that was and is not, it is an 8th, but it belongs to the 7th, and it goes to destruction. Which is the second time it said that. And the 10 horns that you saw are 10 kings who have not yet received royal power, but they are to receive authority as kings for 1 hour together with the beast. That's probably the kings of the whole world, to assemble them for battle, if you remember that over in chapter 16. Verse 13. These are of one mind, and they hand over their power and authority to the beast. They will make war on the Lamb. Yep, this is what I was talking about. And the Lamb will conquer them, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings. And those with him are called and chosen and faithful. And the angel said to me, the waters that you saw where the prostitute is seated are peoples and multitudes and nations and languages. Because she's seated on many waters. Okay? So, many multitudes, many nations. That's who she's seated on. And the 10 horns that you saw, they and the beast will hate the prostitute. So the 10 horns, are they themselves alive? Because they're 10 kings. So he's talking about the 10 kings and the beast at the end of time. Because they only come at the end for an hour. Will hate the prostitute. They will make her desolate and naked and devour her flesh and burn her up with fire. For God has put it into their hearts to carry out his purpose by being of one mind and handing over their royal power to the beast until the words of God are fulfilled. And the woman you saw in the great city that has dominion over the kings of the earth is the great city. So the prostitute is the great city that has dominion over the kings of the earth. Well, if that's not a brain twister, I don't know what is, guys. But they're going to fight in the great city, outside the great city. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know, guys. This one is difficult to understand, but God knows. So we're going to leave it to him. He knows the time and the place and all the things. We can just read and do our best to understand. Yeah. That's it for that, and I will see you tomorrow.